Good afternoon, Algebros. It's Mr. Jeffries. Don't forget to hit like or drag the bell. I'm having trouble talking today, so this is going to be really fun. This might be the remix. Okay, so quadratic modeling. All right, we have our formula right here. Now, the vertex is HK, and we're going to find those. Those are going to be easy to find. Those are the easiest to find. Okay. Oh, that's even stronger. Oh, please don't spray anymore. If I know I have a heightened sense of smell, which is not good.
Smell just stay in here?
Yes.
I'll try to put it like down deep in my bag.
Okay. Oh. Okay. About to reboot over here. Now, all right. To find, no, the lady that used to teach beside me at James Clemens, one of her daughters could not stand to hear like vomit or throw up, so because it made her vomit or throw up, so they called it rebooting. So, all right. Yeah, HK is the vertex. So we're going to look at the numbers for the repeated Y values, okay? And then to find A, we're going to move from the K value to the, okay. So, blah, 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 football put into the air. Now, here is one time where actually in this type of stuff, you really don't need to know the words. All right? Let's look at the Y values. If I can get my stuff to work, I can kind of talk. All right. So, as we see, it goes 0, 14, 24, 30, 32, 30. All right. You see how this repeats? All right. When those repeat, that is our K value. Right above our K is our H value. Now, to find A, we go from here, this is 32, and we go to this number right here. All right, so if I was at 32 and then I went to 30, what happened? So, A value is -2. This goes here. And this goes here. Now, some people might be saying, well, that seems kind of easy. This is one of those things that sometimes it seems so easy, you're like, that has to be a trick. There's got to be more than that. It's really not. Okay. Yes. Yep. It's the one in the middle. Okay. It's kind of like, if we're talking football, tackles, guards, center. Center would be our K value. If that was an example for football.
Why did we not write the H value as for it?
Oh, did I write? Oh, dear gosh. My bad. I wrote the H value as H. Cheese and crackers. I need caffeine, a nap, a hug, or something. Okay, so thank you for pointing out my mishap. All right, so let's look at this one. Maybe I can get this one right. So, blah, 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 words, we don't care. We start looking. All right, this is where it repeats. So, my K value is 28. My H value is 3. All right. I went from 28 to 26. -2. Now, that's only our first two examples. They happen to have the same thing. They're not all going to be -2. Okay? It would be nice if it was, but, you know, if and buts were candy and nuts, the world would be a lot sweeter. Y'all never heard that? Okay. Said it, ifs and buts were candy and nuts, the world would be a lot sweeter. All right. Now, if you're like me, I believe that the charts are easier to write these equations from. All right. So, the graphs are usually what people kind of struggle with the most. So, now, remember how I said that the vertex on the charts is where the y values repeat, right? Okay, so you see how these 2 points of the y value repeats, right? Okay. This is our vertex. All right, and it is at point -2, 4. So our h value is -2. Our k value is 4. Now, how do we go from 4 to our next y value of 3? Down 1. So now, again, you could write -1 like this, or you could just write minus. Either one, not going to count off. All right, but we're about to plug in a -2 to where it already has a minus. So remember, it's the opposite. So it's like plus. That would probably be like one of the main things I write on my orange sheet is examples of how the h is different. Remember, you get to have an orange sheet on your test. Okay? All right, so now I'm going to pause the recording and I want y'all to work on the rest of the problems. There's not many. You're going to be getting your check on learnings back from tomorrow. Some of y'all, everybody did very well. We didn't have like people make an 8 out of 16. But we had some people get slightly confused. Okay, like some people swapped the positioning of where stuff was supposed to go and everything, and we'll look at that later. But I'm going to pause the recording, and then we are going to, go over this later. All right, so we're back real quick. All right. All right, number 3, you had to look way down the line to find where it repeats. All right, and then to go from 4 to 3, we went down 1. Okay, so you could write it like this, or you could write it like that. 3, 4 plus 4. You never know. I might be feeling nice. I might just give y'all all charts.
You should write this the first test.
Well, honestly, like in any class, like the first test is usually the most difficult because you don't know like how the teacher's going to grade, and I'm trying to tell y'all how things are going to go. That's why like you see some people in here that's had me in class before, they're not as worried because they kind of know how it's going to go. All right, so our vertex is right here. Our h is 0. Our k is 5. Now, if it's not even very clear on this, Yeah, it was hard to see. That's my bad. So this one, it almost looks like where it touches is right here. Nope, it would have been here. My bad. So it should be -1. I should have checked that graph better. That's my bad. Yeah, I don't try to pull any tricks on tests because I try to teach y'all what I've taught, test on what I've taught y'all, so. -1, negative. Now, if you have to write the 0 in there, just go ahead and write it. Okay, either one of these is fine. And the reason I'm saying you can write the 0 in there is because that's how I'm teaching y'all. Y'all are recognizing the actual coordinate point. Okay? But if y'all see something later on, you know, these silly standardized tests we have to give y'all. I don't teach standardized students. Alright. Are we good with 3 and 4? Alright. Yeah. Alright, 5. Sorry, I thought I checked that one. This one is actually linear. How many of y'all saw that when the y values didn't repeat? Okay, so this one doesn't have an h. Alright, our k value, this is what we had, you know, previously, that would be 1. And our a, it looks like it's adding 3. So this is what it would look like. 3 plus 1. Okay. So if I told y'all to not do that one again, my bad. Okay.
Will there be one like that on our test?
There, it will be in the section for the linear modeling. It won't be like, I try to do it, yeah. So, yeah. So, it will be like in part 4, there'll probably be a part 5. Okay? And, you know, just to have y'all be able to do both. All right, 6 is our last one, correct? I didn't do more than 6. All right, good. Y'all like, woohoo! All right. So this is my H. My K is 0. Now, finally, we have something different. How do I go from 0 to 2? Plus 2. Straight mark. Alright, so this would be 2, and then, because it's negative, this changes to positive. Alright, you could write it like this, or you could write it like this. Either one of those is okay, totally acceptable. Alright, now, about to give you back your check on learnings, and we may be able to look at those if needed, and then watch the announcements. So, alright, so don't forget, hit like and subscribe with the bell. Good stuff, good things. Roll Tide.